Do you know what time it is? That's right, it's time for another BDSP Wi-Fi battle. This time we've got a battle there versus Mike from the 2022-2021 battle codes. If you guys enjoy the battle, be sure to sub, like, and comment, and let's get into the match. Alright guys, let's get into the battle here. We are up against Mike, and he's going to lead off here with his Crobat, and I'm going to lead off here with my Electrode. Now, I have a shiny Electrode here because obvious reasons. It's pretty wicked cool. So we've got Electrode here. I haven't used him in battle very often, but you know what? We're just going to go right for the obvious. We're going to get that Thunderbolt out, and that is just going to one-hit knock out that Crobat. Crobat has no chance of survival here. And then now we are going to have to be up against a Heatran. And Heatran, of course, if you know Heatran, it carries the attack Earth Power. Earth Power, of course, super effective against Electrode here. So we're going to go in with the Eerie Impulse. And that is actually going to drastically cut the special attack power of that Heatran. Now with that in play, of course, here's the Earth Power. And that is going to do about half damage. Now here's the kicker, guys. We also have Light Screen. So we're going to set up a light screen onto the team here. That's actually going to be up for a couple of turns, but it's going to be up for the entire team. So the entire team that we have is going to have a boosted special defense for up to, I believe, about 4 to 5 turns. Now we're going to go in for the attack here because he's gone for the taunt. We get a bit of damage off onto that Heatran. Not quite enough to knock it out, but you know what? Here we go, surviving another Earth Power. Now, of course, that Heatran, of course, is gaining a little bit of leftovers back. That's okay. We're going to go in for the other attack here. Again, we're going to go for the Thunderbolt. But wait, they're going to swap out to a Blissey. Now, Blissey, of course, is another Pokemon that has high hit points and special defense. So this Thunderbolt is going to only do a little bit of chip damage here. And especially with those leftovers, it's just going to get the health back that we just basically issued out to it. Now, the one thing you want to do against a Blissey here is actually swap out to a Pokemon that can do physical damage. Now, I know what you guys are going to say. Corey, that Machamp set is whack. And yes, I messed up on the set, guys. It has Guts with a dynamic punch. Realistically, I should have probably had close combat, but I was going back and forth in ideas when I was making the set, and obviously I forgot to change a couple of things. But that's okay. Here we go. We got the burn, the Blissey, of course, setting up Stealth Rocks. We now have an entry hazard onto the field. We now will receive damage every time we swap in and swap out. Blissey, of course, fearing the obvious attack, gets swapped out, goes out to a Roserade. And a shiny Roserade, there is no other option than shiny Roserade, guys. If you have a Roserade, it has to be shiny. Look at how cool it is. So anyways, we get the knockoff. We knock off that Black Sludge, of course. I personally would have preferred a Focus Sash on a Roserade just because of how easily it can be knocked out and how low its defensive stats are. But you know what? To each their own. We go back into Electrode here because obviously I don't want to get hit with a Dazzling Gleam. This guy does not have Dazzling Gleam for some reason. I would have definitely had it on there just in the event that you need to take out something that's weak to Fairy. Roserade, of course, going to go in for the spikes. They're going to set up another entry hazard onto us here, and that's going to be a bit of a problem later on. But you know what? I'm not too concerned about it right at this exact moment. There's the Giga Drain. Of course, Giga Drain coming in, taking out the Electrode. Now, Electrode, I would have preferred to have him around a little bit more, but I mean, I was very content with the Eerie Impulse and against that Heatran. Even though we didn't take it out, we did take out Crobat in the first of the battle, and that's okay. Now that we have all these entry hazards onto our side, we're actually going to swap into our Alakazam. Now, with Alakazam onto the field, it does have the Magic Guard, so it doesn't get damaged from the Stealth Rocks or the Spikes. They're going to swap out Roserade, obviously, because it's a poison type. They don't want to get hit with a psychic attack. And because Blissey, it has a very special defense stat, a very high special defense stat, it's just going to basically get a little bit of chip damage from the psychic. Now, I do have Focus Blast onto my Alakazam, and that might do a little bit more damage, especially if we can get a crit onto the Blissey. But you know what? They're actually going to swap out, go into the Azumarill. And I'm cool with Azumarill, guys. Azumarill is pretty neat, but you know what? the belly drum. The belly drum is going to be a thing here. If you can see, there it is. Belly drum is going to take a lot of health away, basically cuts it in half, but it drastically maximizes its attack power, and then with the berry, it's going to regain its health back. So right now, this Azumarill is going to be a threat for us. I thought of going for the Psychic here just because, I mean, really, what can outspeed an Alakazam? But I forgot about Aqua Jet. Aqua Jet, curse you. I really like Alakazam. But you know what? We are now going to go into Parasect. And how many times have you guys seen Parasect in a Wi-Fi battle? So what I want you guys to do, post your comments below. How would you run a Parasect set? And what are your thoughts? Personally, I really like Parasect. However, in this situation here, I just got wrecked by an Azumarill, and that really should not have happened. Because, I mean, grass typing, bug, whatnot, yes, but, I mean, it could also be a very flimsy Pokemon at the same time. But you know what? To revenge Parasect, I'm going to go in with our shiny Gyarados. Now, with Gyarados onto the field, we are going to go in for that Dragonance. We're going to boost our speed. We're going to boost our attack stat. I also have Moxie, and it's also Life Orb. So our stats should be boosted right up. So, Azumarill onto the field. I could go for the Waterfall. I could go for an Earthquake here. The best option is probably the Earthquake, just in case they maybe swap into a different Pokemon. We're just going to take out that Azumarill, and right now we are going to get that Moxie boost. So with the boost, our attack stat's going to go up here every time we knock out a Pokemon. We are going to lose a little bit of health there from the Life Orb, but that's okay, guys. They're now going to go into Blissey, and I'm sitting here going, what? Why are you going in with Blissey? Other than the fact that it has high hit points, its defensive stat is absolutely horrid. So any attack that comes from that Gyarados is just going to knock out that Blissey one hit, and then we are going to get that Moxie boost back up. That Moxie boost is going to drastically raise our attack power higher, and with that Life Orb, it's a huge threat right now to Mike. So he comes in with Alfred the Empoleon, and of course, you know what? I'm going to go for that Earthquake, because there's really no other option here for me other than Earthquake. So that is just going to one-hit knock out that Empoleon, and again, we are going to get that Moxie boost, raising our attack stat. Our health is going down because of that Life Orb, and here we are, guys. One of my favorites, Roserade, and I have to do damage to it. I basically have to destroy this little flower. So we're going to go in for the Ice Fang here. We are just going to knock it out, and that is going to be the end of Roserade's life in this battle. It is just gone, and my heart's sad a little bit because it's one of my faves. But you know what? The last Pokemon that's there is now going to be Heatran. Heatran stands no chance against this Gyarados. We are going to Earthquake and knock it out. Either that or we're going to go for the Waterfall. What are we going to do here, guys? Is it going to be Earthquake? Is it going to be Waterfall? It is going to be Waterfall. Here we go. And that is going to be game. Guys, I've had a lot of fun. Shout out to my friends who helped me out with the battle backgrounds and the Pokemon models. Alright guys, thank you very much for the battle there, Mike. GG. If you guys are enjoying my videos, be sure to sub to the channel, post your comments in the comment section down below, hit that like button, and if you are enjoying my videos, be sure to check out the videos above. There are many, many more battles to come, and many battles on the channel still. Take care, have a good one, and peace out.